life is ambitious. Young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't ratted. We break you down like a pound. I got it, don't pound us around me. I'm corrupted. Flow cold and it's rugged, bump it. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, what? Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. You don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. Yeah, you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want problems. No, I said you don't want problems. You don't want smoke, dog. You don't want.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, ahead, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter, right? Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets full?
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Gun. 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Coming to you. Check. Check, hot route. Hot. 36, 30.
Now a carry for Lindsay. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
8. Lucky. Check 99. Check 99.
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4.
Gun. 20. Express. You talk.
From the gun, here's Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. First down, Mariota. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Pick me up. Here we go. Pass it. 3. Back. Out.
They go with Leonard Fournette, third-year back from LSU. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Throwing, Mariota. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. David Njoku, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
26. Joker. 20. Express.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
Who that? Who that? Watch the motion. Watch the motion.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Hey, you got 3, you got 3. 8. 20.
After the run, Newton going to throw. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. First down, Seattle, 16 yards the gain there.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Check it. 8. Hey, check 24. Check 24. Check left. 8. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21.
Newton. They'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kevin King with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
You remember me? Let's go, baby. Wait. Protein spill. 1. Seam 6. What?
To throw Mariota. Now he'll pull it down. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
56, the mark, boy. 56.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mariota. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
22, Jeff Bomber. 22, Jeff Bomber. 56, Mike, 56.
Here's Mariota. Stepping up, he'll try and run. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Hey, pick your game up. 56.
Throwing again on second down. Mariota airing it out. And this is caught. Touchdown, Vikings. Calvin Ridley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Here we go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Hey! Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey! That's what I do. Check 3, check 3. 8. Show it up. Switch. 20. Switch. Express. Here it goes. Get it.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. He's going to look deep for Moore. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. From the gun, Mariota. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Kill. Hey, turn it up. One. Check 50.
On second down, here's Fournette. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Touchdown, Vikings. Leonard Fournette, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
Let's go.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Gun. Hey! Express! 21, Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Danny. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21.
Out of the gun, Newton. This one complete to the running back, Lindsey. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Gun. Orbit. Check. Express.
The shotgun snap for Newton. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Flushed it. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Check Mike 21. You must be dreaming. Check. 20. Let's go. Hey, check Mike 21. 61. Match box. Right. Pass. Alert flare. Flare. 8. Kill. Express. What is it?
3rd and long. It's Newton. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings. Paris Campbell, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Lutz to try to add the PAT. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Next to score, Vikings 28, Seahawks 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Second and 10 now from the 27.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4. Get ready, check that three. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Off play action. Newton. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
And the Vikings first down.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A 6-yard pickup.
On second down and 4, Mariota. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Check 56. If you don't get this, boy. One.
Fournette, a first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Jimmy Smith, the one who brought him down.
Again, it's Fournette. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game as his guys continue to pour it on. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Check back.
Throwing on third down, Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here it comes, here it comes. One.
They'll try the right side here with Fournette. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll run it again with Fournette. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Mariota. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, alert 3.
One.
Fournette running right. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Taking it in from 14 yards out as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Lutz now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. A nice little juke. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
We're going to get 9 here on first down as he gets this one up to the 34-yard line. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Check 3, check 3.
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Switch. Shift.
On first down, Lindsey. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 42-yard line.
Watch twits. Rotate. Spell. Hey, check Mike 21. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. 1, 2, 3. He's checking. Crash.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 42. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
This is Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. 3.
Mariota to throw it. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 17 yards, first down, Vikings. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Fournette. The tackle there by Mark Barron.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now Fournette. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Where are they, team? It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
On the run, it's Fournette. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike 50 Zcon, 132 fighting. I'm going to run you over.
One.
Begin.
Fournette.
Check.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Ready. 21, check Mike 21. Hey, check. 8. Here we go. Hot. Ready.
And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Check Mike 21. Rip right. 36. Check. Lucky.
Now a first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch the slant. Check 99. Gun. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. 66. Bullet. High. Check 37. 8.
Now Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for Minnesota, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they move to 8-4, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Seattle, not much more to say. They dropped to 1-11, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. So for